Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to JJ's Chess Box Palace for tonight's Saturday Night Rapids. Hope you are enjoying your January 3rd. Hope your 2026 is going very well. 26 minutes to go. I'll put the schedule up and then go live here. Multi-streaming on YouTube at JJ Plays Chess tonight. Discord, if you want to get these announcements the night before these arenas start, free invite to the Discord. Of course, I spelled it Discordy. And on TikTok as well. New channel on TikTok. All the content, chess, wizardry, and arc raiders goes to my TikTok. In YouTube, chess goes to JJ Plays Chess. Wizardry content, Wizardry Variants Daphne goes to JJ Plays Wizardry. And arc raiders content goes to JJ Plays Arc Raiders. Go live here. And thank you for watching tonight. I think I need to change my 3 light bulbs here. Have to get that down. We will go ahead and put the arena in tonight. Pin it, and then I'll write the guidelines for tonight's arena. And the arena is pinned. Oop. Check the YouTube stream. That is your arena, 463-7915. And the Discord, if you want to get those announcements before for Love of the Game Tuesday, Friday Night Blitz, and Saturday Night Rapids. Free Discord, about 6 months old. And Fantasia Anna, how you doing? Good evening from the Oregon coast. Nice to see you. Just saw that you're in. I just added as well. We're going to do the chat guidelines. And yes, I do not have tools as running a club and creating these arenas for you guys. These are special arenas with sports commentary. I do not talk about position during the matches due to, of course, my primary live stream is on twitch.tv at JJ's Chess Boxer Palace, and YouTube, JJ Plays Chess, as well as Mammoth Bonus on chess.com. You can click the binoculars and watch from there, community streamer there. And not sponsored by anybody. We do not have arena tools to prevent people from abusing unrated arenas that are player created tournaments, which is, it's really tough. I wish we did. We don't have a boot button for that specific arena. I mean, if you gave a boot button for every arena, of course, it'd be Boot Fest 2026. You don't want that either. But if a player gets in there, had an excessively high elo to everybody else and doesn't register first, comes in late, makes sure that the highest elo is way under him, and then farms medals. I mean, that's not fair to anybody. And that goes on in regular arenas, and I try to prevent it here, so I do make guidelines, and I will start writing them. It takes me about 8 minutes to get it done. Please do not chat in the chat tab in the arena tonight. Also smurfing. Smurfing is when a 400 or a 200 or a 600 beats an actual real expert over the board that we know of, and or a titled player, and then smokes everybody and gets a medal out of it. That happens a lot. I know there are some people that get off on that. I just don't think that's a real chess player to me. Come in, play your best, but to use a really low elo, usually they go on alts, sometimes they're their primary, but use a really low elo to come and beat high rated players, and you just kind of shake your head. Plus AI use, of course, not acceptable, and also with selective AI use. So fair play policy, as always in my arenas, and I write the guidelines out. Also, I made a rule up about 2 months ago, and it's worked very well, and it is a guideline. Can't enforce it. I will give 2 warnings to people, but I can report them for it, which chess.com did get back to me and said, keep doing what you're doing. And that was about 4 or 5 months ago, and I didn't expect that from them. I really appreciate that. They did ban somebody a week and a half ago, just under 2 weeks ago, during my arenas. Just came in. I didn't even report them. Just came in and took that player out, and was banned during the arena. Very much appreciate chess.com. And from that standpoint, with the guideline that I put in, I'd like everybody to respect the rules that I put up. This is a special arena that I do for everybody. It's not about one person. It's not about maybe a group of guys thinking, hey, let's screw with them. It's not about that. It's about everybody from chess.com playing and having fun. And the more it's a fair playing field, the better the arena is, and the more fun people have, and then they come back to play again. And that's what it's been all about. And I do get pissed when people screw with that. I don't think it's right, I don't think it's fair, and I don't appreciate it. And I work really hard to get these arenas done, and to run them, and for you guys to have fun. And you know, I in the club shown with the stats, and because I keep my links, able to do monthly status reports. I haven't done the last 2 months, and I'm going to get it done here in the next 2 days. But we have an average of 9 to 15 people that are cheating every month. And usually 4 or 5 medals are stolen from people that are actually playing legit. And so, it is annoying for me. And so I hope people respect the arena tonight. The guideline that I put in place is the high elo in the arena at registration when the arena starts, who is registered, who came in early. The cap will be placed at that high elo. Come in equal or lower to that elo. And I will place it in the chat tab at the bottom of the guidelines that I put out. And I hope everybody respects that. If the highest player is 1228, I usually give a little bit of a bonus, so I put the cap at 1299 as the arena starts. If the arena is at 1973, 1999 would be the cap. And there's 3 arenas a week. You can come in the next arena, and if you're on time, and like last night, we had a 2300 come in on time, registered. I have no problem with that. And the cap was 2399 last night for the Elo cap. So I just hope that everybody respects it. The last 2-3 weeks and holidays, people have, and I very much appreciate that. So I'm going to put the guidelines in. It's going to take me about 8 minutes. We got 14 minutes to go, so I'm going to start now. And I won't be talking, I'll be typing. So hope and bear with me. And I just want to make this point before I continue to write the guidelines. Let's say a 1499 came in and everybody saw the registration. They look at the standings before they come in, and a lot of people register thinking it's going to be the highest rated player is 1499. And then 10 to 15 minutes later, after the arena starts, all of a sudden a 2400 comes in. And everybody else is 1400 or lower. Ask yourself, do you think that's fair? I would ask anybody, do you think that's fair? And a lot of people get away with it, and it would be easy to solve, I think, at chess.com. They just put a little checkbox and say, I know that it would be nice to have a varied range where you could move ranges, say this elo to this elo tonight. We don't have that in clubs. A nice box with, you check it, and the arena actually checks the highest elo and prevents anybody from coming in over that elo. Anybody lower or equal to that elo can add. Man, that would be kind of cool. And also a boot button in case we have a situation where that's not a ban button, it's just a boot button. So we can kick that player out instead of just pulling out her hair, asking them to leave and having them not to. And so the more fair it is for everybody that plays, the more everybody enjoys it. Also, more people watch. Usually when a cheater comes in, we lose about 50% or more in viewing, but all of a sudden you see all the players just stop playing. Because everybody knows. I mean, there's always an exception. But That is why I do the guidelines. And I hope everybody respects them tonight. It is Saturday Night Rapids, Unrated 10-0, and I will get underway with this. And thank you for your patience. Be with everybody shortly. Chess Wealth, please don't chat on the tab, and the reason being is you are going to knock off my guidelines for tonight. There is no scroll bar, so I appreciate that you understand it, and thank you for commenting tonight. Appreciate it, but if you would refrain, otherwise the guidelines will be knocked off the page and nobody will see them, and then we'll have a problem. Because there is no tools for us to defend against it. Dude, you're still typing. Please stop. Hopefully the guidelines won't be wiped, but if anybody else types in, the first lines will go away. So, God, man, I don't know. I can't write anything more. It'll knock off. I'll put the high cap up when the arena starts. It'll take me a minute, so I will also put it in YouTube and in Twitch. Can't put any more links up or it'll go off the page now. So I was hoping to have 2 more lines, but I'm not going to get them. And we'll go over the policy now. Guidelines for tonight's unrated 10-0 event. Fair play policy, no AI, no cheating, no smurfing, and no excessively high elos coming in late. Due to TOS from Twitch, I only have my Twitch chat up. I will not see the YouTube chat. So if you want to come into Twitch and chat or have questions about this, all you have to do is follow. Follow is free, just like subbing on YouTube is free. And you can chat immediately. Live streamers and titled players on titled accounts welcome at any level. All others, please read the room. And what I mean by read the room, highest Elo player registered is the high cap when the arena starts. So when the arena starts, the highest registered that was already registered, the high Elo player in that arena or in this arena is the cap. I do add to 99. So if it's a 1200, it's 1299. If it's 1800, it's 1899. Okay? And please respect those rules. I usually put that down there, but I can't tonight. Otherwise, the guidelines will get wiped off. The high Elo cap for tonight's event will be written in at the start of the event below. So the next line that I'm going to write in is when in 2:55 the arena starts. So I will delay the sports commentary until then. So the first minute or two, usually I go right off the bat when it starts, but I write the cap in at the bottom. The link for Twitch TV is up, and it is Twitch TV, JJ's Chess Pots or Palace. YouTube, we're multi-streaming tonight on JJ Plays Chess, and also a Mammoth bonus on chess.com, community streamer. So if there's any questions, go ahead and put it in my Twitch chat, and I will go ahead and respond 2:06 left, and Fantasia says, good morning from Indonesia, good evening from the Oregon coast. She always says that. She's been playing since November of 2024. Has only missed 4 arenas, and that was last month, 2 to family event and 2 to illness. Only 4 arenas, and I used to run 5 a week. So we'll go right now, and I am going to bail out because I do the play-by-play commentary. Also, fair play policy on me, I do not talk about position. So that would be an unfair advantage with Twitch, YouTube, and chess.com Mammoth Bonus, where people can listen and watch. So I am bailing out right now and hitting the link that's pinned in Twitch. The arena is 463-7915. The high elo for tonight is 1704, so it'll be a 1799 cap in 56 seconds unless somebody else comes in. If you come in late over the cap, I'll give you 2 warnings. And I'm an old man, so I don't have a lot of patience anymore. But I'll give you 2 warnings. And then if you do not leave, do not stop, because you will affect the standings. Then I will report you. I also report suspect players. So 1799 is the cap tonight. We've got 25 seconds left. I do have to put one statement in. And back, 5 seconds left. The Saturday night unrated 10-0 rapids are underway. The cap is 1799 tonight. I will write it down in the chat tab right now, and then I will go into the play-by-play. 1799 elo or less tonight. Okay, 1799 elo or less tonight. I'll also put it here in chat, and we'll get underway. Thank you for your patience. All right, and let's see if it went into YouTube. It did, and we are underway. Thank you for your patience. And the games have started Saturday night. Rapids underway. We've got 4 games going, 8 players. UCF Knight, 1704 from the U.S. with the black pieces versus Alias 36. They're both regulars here, 1799 elo or less. Alias is a 1700 from Hong Kong, SAR China. Both between these two have won a lot of medals in my arenas, and they have been regulars for months now. Alias for about over 6 to 8 months, and does very well in the arenas. UCF Knight started a couple months ago and has been rocking it with the black pieces tonight and Alias. This is a 4 elo battle difference. I'll come back to this as we go game to game to game. At the first 30 minutes, soon as 30 minutes pass, I will go to the leaderboard, and then I'll show the closest Elo matchups, beginning, intermediate, or advanced. I'll try to get everybody at least announced once or twice tonight, and I hope you enjoyed this commentated Saturday night Rapids at the Palace. JJ's Chessboxer Palace on twitch.tv, and JJ Plays Chess on YouTube. Bella Maurice now, also a regular, also winning medals here. From France, 1460 Elo. She has the black pieces and chess wheat with the white pieces. And this is a 14 Elo difference game. Should be a great matchup between the U.S. and France in this one. As we move on, still 8 players. Gigalex now versus highly positional chess, 1167 from the U.S. with the black pieces. Gigalex, another winner here. And we do have special events where live streamers come in. Grizu is awesome. Rabmaster09, Faye Fireheart, even Epic Elias from YouTube, and Profiteer Gaming, many more that I've missed. Gigalex knocked off Rabmaster 09 in that event, and he is a 2300. He's a classical expert over the board. Very, very solid. Made a blunder in the opening, and Gigalex took advantage and kept it. And that was a great thing for him. Highly positional chess with the black pieces, and Gigalex, 1064 from Canada, with the white pieces tonight. 10 players now. Usually we get about 40 to 50. Marvin Lee, he's a friend of mine on the Oregon coast. Know him very well. We've been best friends since 2008. Diamond member with the black pieces tonight, 668 rated with the black pieces, playing Fantasiana Chess, 865 rated from Indonesia, and she's been in every arena except 4, and that was this last month with 2 family events and was ill. But she has been in every arena, and she is so improved, especially in Rapids. She started off about 100, 200. Every game, maybe not even get a point, but still just play, and all of a sudden her openings got good, her mid-game got better, and now her end game is getting pretty good. She knocked off Amy Michelle, the 1900 from Canada, from Quebec the other night, and that was amazing. We have a winner in Fantasiana Chess with a quick win over Marvin. DY 2016-14 to 908 from the U.S. goes down in defeat to player Nav, 1528 international player with 2 points on the board. Now, UCF Knight and player Nav both with 2 points. Tied for first with 2. 1528 international player against the 1704 from the U.S. with the white pieces. We go to Alias 36 now. Also a 1700 Hong Kong SAR China. The Elo cap tonight is 1799. Please respect it if you would, please. Pabab D from the U.S. 1025 Diamond member with the white pieces tonight. We do get a lot of members in these arenas, and they seem to want to come back, and very much appreciated. Everybody supports the channel, and just by watching, following on Twitch, subbing on YouTube, and thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the commentary, and I hope you enjoy the games tonight. We will go to closer games, and in there try to get a lot of their entirety after the 30-minute mark. It is a 90-minute arena tonight in Fantasiana Chess with 2 points on the board, 865. Defeating Marvin Lee. Now has the black pieces against Nadamakin GM A gold member, 1355 from the U.S. with the white pieces. 5 games going, 13 players. A little bit of a slow start. Had, I believe, 54 last week. And we will try to get a close matchup for you. And this, there's no closer matchup than this. Bella Maurice and Chess We at 0. I believe that's Chess We at 0. 1446 and a 1460. 14 Elo difference. This is going to be a battle. Bella Maurice with the black pieces and Chess with the white pieces. And we are underway. Saturday Night Rapids. Hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for watching. Comrade That Cat Person, 201 from the U.S. playing Sabrin J, and I will get to that in a minute. We've got highly positional chess over GiggleX with the win tonight. Going to watch this a little bit. The games are just starting. I'm going to get Comrade That Cat Person with the white pieces. 201 Elo from the U.S. versus Sabran J from Singapore, I believe. Indonesia. Oh, I missed that. Indonesia, 1036 with the black pieces. Going back to Bella Maurice and Chess We at 0. Chess with the white pieces again. Bella Maurice with the black pieces. Keep an eye on it. 20 minutes before I go to the leaderboard, so we got plenty of time. 14 players tonight. And we'll swing to Yogi Thendro from India. 269 Elo with the black pieces versus highly positional chess with 2 points on the board, all tied in a group at first place with 2 points tonight, and the white pieces. Going back to Bella Maurice, I can show 2 games at once, so I will be doing that in the last hour. But right now we want to focus on this 14 Elo difference match. GiggleX now and Fly Puma, 1064, and the 1691 International. I don't know if that's international. Let me check. It's Pakistan. Boy, I almost got tricked on that one. Pakistan, Fly Puma with the black pieces, and GiggleX 1064 from Canada with the white in this one. Going to go back to Bella Maurice and chess. Do not talk about position in a game. People can hear and people can watch. And also, I try not to make any see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Oh, you know, I try not to give anything away. So I want this arena to be fun and fair play as possible. Player Nav with a big win over UCF Knight, the 1528, taking down the 1704. And Sabran J, the 1036 over the 201, Comrade That Cat Person. Now Sabran J and UCF Knight, the 1036 from Indonesia versus UCF Knight, the 1704 from the U.S. We'll go to that one. Still a lot of time left in other games, so we'll try to come back to chess. We at 0 versus Bella Maurice, UCF Knight with the black pieces. 2 points on the board. Sabran J also 2 points on the board. And Conrad, that cap person, at 201 with the black pieces versus player Nav. Player Nav now with 5 points in first place with the white pieces tonight. Going back to Bill and Maurice and Chess, we at 0. 16 minutes, 49 seconds before I go to the leaderboard. Right now we have 16 players, a little light for Saturday night. We usually have twice that. But it is competitive. $17.99 or less tonight is the Elo cap. And thank you all for respecting that. I very much appreciate it. $17.99 or less. It is in your chat tab under the guidelines. I do want to check really quick to see if the guidelines are still up. Oh, they are. All right. Even with the text. Thank God it stayed in there. Surprise, surprise. Actually shocked. Usually they're gone by now. Bella Maurice with the black pieces. And Chess we at in a battle. The Nadamakan GM, the 1355 over Fantasia Chess, the 865 from Indonesia. This is the closest matchup currently. Another close matchup versus Gigalex and Fly Puma. Actually, sorry, I misspoke on that. Sobran J and UCF Knight. I misspoke on that. They're all 1,700 to 1,000. So this is your closest matchup currently. The Damakan GM versus OK. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from India. We've seen OK before. And we'll switch to the Damakan with the white pieces. OK from India with the black pieces. And back to Bella Maurice. Chicken Nugget now in. $17.99 Elo or less. $17.99 Elo or less tonight if you add late. Hope everybody respects the cap. Chicken Nuggets now playing Player Nav. The 117 Elo from the U.S. versus Player Nav, the 1528. And it looks to be over, I believe. Player Nav got the win. Going to Player Nav now with 13 points. Had an abandon in the last one. Player Nav, the 1528 international player. We also have one player from Pakistan today. And one 228 from Peru. With the white pieces, we are underway. Final minutes of Chess. We had 0 and Bella Maurice. We're going to try to get this one in there. 14 Elo difference. A lot of fun when it's competitive. Thank you all for watching as well on YouTube and on Twitch.tv. And there's a mate. And a sweet one of that as that with the nice bishop move for the mate and Bill Maurice with 2 points tonight. Chess we had 0 versus Go to TV, 355 with the black pieces. Just let know that he is streaming tonight. Doesn't show on here, but chess we had 0, the 1446 from the U.S. And Go to TV 1, the 355 from Germany. Try to get close matchups. There's 11 minutes before I go to the leaderboard. And really the closest matchups are 2 of them. Leonardo AMR, the 1003 Elo from Portugal, with the black pieces, and Bella Maurice 1460 for France. Leonardo AMR entering the building today at the Palace for Saturday night Unrated 10-0 Rapids. Saturday Night Rapids every Saturday night, 6:30. The chat goes up with the link and pinned. And then at 6:59, 7 p.m. PST, the arena starts. Every Saturday night, every Friday, it's Friday Night Blitz, and Tuesday it is for Love of the Game, Tuesday night, and also 6:30, and then 7 o'clock arena starts. Bullet, then Blitz, then Rapid, then Chess 960, then back to Bullet. This week will be a Bullet. Highly positional chess over Yogi Thindro. And not prehistoric entering the building. He is prehistoric in chat, though. From Canada, the 1203 with the black pieces, alias the 1700 from Hong Kong, SAR China. 1799 Elo or less tonight. Hey, how you doing? You're still late, but you might win. Absolutely. 22 players just getting started. Fly Puma over Gigalex. 1691 from Kazakhstan, I believe. I gotta look at that. Yes. Kazakhstan. If I can pronounce stuff, I'll be all right. I apologize for that. Diet Pepsi is my friend. Not prehistoric with the black pieces, and alias with the white in this one. Highly positional chess now, and Gigalex. Highly positional, 1167 from the U.S. with 5 points in second place currently. Gigalex from Canada, the 1064 with the black pieces, and battling, trying to get on the board. 8 minutes, 44 seconds before we go to the leaderboard. And we've got Nadamkin GM, the 1355 from the U.S., a gold member, versus Fly Puma, the 1691 from Kazakhstan, with the white pieces. Also, chess we had 0 versus OK 2345678, 507 from India, trying to get on the board with the black pieces tonight. Not prehistoric now, and Go to TV 1, the 355 from Germany, and not prehistoric, the 1203 from Canada. Not prehistoric with the white pieces tonight. 22 players. 7 minutes and 51 seconds before we go to the leaderboard. I hope you're enjoying Saturday Night Rapids. Every Saturday, been doing For Love of the Game Tuesday and Friday Night Blitz since June of 2024. And Saturday Night Rapids started in January of 2025. We did add freestyle on Sundays and Monday Night Bullet, but just didn't have enough interest. Didn't get enough players. And so decided to put the Bullet and the Freestyle Chess 960 in rotation on For Love of the Game Tuesday. For Love of the Game Tuesday, the most we've ever had is 122 players. 93 for Friday Night Blitz and 87 for Saturday Night Rapids. Now switch to Gigalex and highly positional chess. 103 Elo point difference in this one. Gigalex with the black pieces and highly positional with the white pieces. Highly positional with 5 points on the board. Only 22 players tonight. But as long as it's fun for you guys and competitive, that's all I want. $17.99 Elo or less tonight. Everybody has respected it. I very much appreciate that. Player Nav over Juan. And Juan now playing Alias 36. Boy, that's a tough out. Back-to-back tough outs. A 15-28 and then playing a 1700. But you know what? That's what Fantasiana did since November of 2024, and she has really gotten better. She is vastly improved. Alias 36, the 1700 from Hong Kong SAR China with the black pieces, and Juan 080612, the 228 from Peru now, trying to get on the board. 5 minutes, 11 seconds before we go to the leaderboard, and we've got Player Nav and Gigalex. Player Nav, 15-28 with 17 points, taking a huge lead tonight, the international player. Established 2023 in November. 3 years on chess.com. Good for Player Nav, 15-28, 17 points in the lead. Against Gigalex, trying to get on the board. Gigalex having some tough matchups right off the gate. .430 left before I go to the standings. And then we'll try to show more of the games, try to get the closest matchups for the next 30 minutes, and the last 30 will key on the leaders. Fly Puma over Nadamkin GM. 1691 over the 1355 from the U.S. Now Fly Puma and highly positional chess go at it. Highly positional with the black pieces and Fly Puma 1691 from Kazakhstan. In the end game here, UCF Knight and Sabran J. UCF with the black pieces. Try to get everybody in tonight if I can. Go to TV over Not Prehistoric, the 355 over the 1203 from Canada. Not Prehistoric, the 1203 now with the black pieces playing the Damn Kim GM 1355 from the U.S. Gold member. No worries, Prehistoric. You having fun? That's what it's all about. Chess, we had 0 over OK. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from India. And again, read your chat tab. No smurfing in the guidelines. Chess, we had 0, 1446 versus Go to TV on the board with 2, the 355 from Germany. UCF Knight over Sambran J. We watched a little of that a few minutes ago. We've got 6 games going, 12 players, and I think 2 or 3 in the rotation. 22 players tonight. And we'll go to Not Prehistoric, the 1203, and the Damkin GM, the 1355, with 5 points on the board. 50 seconds before I go to the leaderboard, and we go game to game to game until then, and then I try to key on some good matchups for you. Alias 36 and UCF Knight, and this is a good one. This is a 4 Elo difference. UCF Knight taking the first matchup right out of the gate. This is their rematch. And in the small screen, Leonardo AMR with the black pieces and Bill Maurice with the white pieces in the small screen. We will go to the standings and then come back to that one. Here are your standings that will refresh. Player Nav, 1528 international player with 17 points, 5-5 tonight. Established chess.com player since 2023. Highly positional chess in second place currently with 9. 3 wins out of 3, on fire with 3, 9 points tonight, doing extremely well. The 1167 from the United States. Alias 36, 1700 from Hong Kong, SAR China. Took a loss in the first matchup with UCF Knight and is 3-4 with 9 points in third currently. Fly Puma from Kazakhstan, 2 wins out of 2, on fire with 2 and 5 points tonight in fourth position. Chess, we had 0, 2 wins, 1 loss tonight, but has won the last 2 and 5 points on the board in fifth, tied with the Damkin GM, the 1355 from the U.S. 2 U.S. players tied for fifth. Currently, UCF Knight in sixth, 2 wins and 1 loss, but 4 points, and 1 point behind that logjam of 3 players. Fly Puma, Chess, we had 0, and the Damkin GM. In seventh, Bill Maurice, 1-1 tonight for 2 points. Sabran J, 1 win and 1 loss tonight for 2 points in eighth. Fantasiana Chess, tied with Sabran J. Both Indonesia players, 1 win, 1 loss, and Go to TV 1 win, 1 loss, also tied in a 3-way tie for 8th position. Leonardo AMR, 1003 Elo from Portugal, is 9th, and there is a huge tie for 10th due to nobody has scored. And that is your scoring tonight. And your standings. I had to think about that for a while. It only takes me a minute. So, Final seconds of Leonardo AMR and Billa Maurice. It's a draw by stalemate. Oh my gosh. Leonardo, the 1003, taking it to Bella, the 1460 from France. And it's a stalemate, but what a great game by Leonardo AMR on the board with one. Played a fantastic game, went right to the end, should have had that one. And just remember to always check when you're in the end game. If you're in that situation with the guy not going to resign, make sure you check. 080612 from Peru, the 228 trying to get on the board down with the black pieces against Chess. We had 0. 5 points for Chess and 6th position tonight. Going to a close matchup, not prehistoric. Going back to this game, not prehistoric with the black pieces, Nadam can GM, 1355 and a 1203. 152 Elo difference in advantage to the gold member, Nadam can GM. Billa Maurice now and Chess Wiat. Boy, this is going to be a battle. This is their second matchup. We also have Alias over 1, Chess Wiat over 1 as well, and Go to TV over Chess Wiat, the 355 beating a 446. I wish people would read the chat tab, and I wish they'd respect that. He beat a USCF expert over the board. He was 600. Alan runs the Tiger Chess club, 45 members strong, really great chess club. They've got a scholastic program that's fantastic. Yeah, great guy, great family. Son Jack is a very good chess player. And Goated defeated Ellen last night, beat him bad. And and people smurf, and it's supposedly against fair play policy, but I don't know why they do it. He has now beaten 2 players, high level, over 800 to 1,000 point Elo difference. Not prehistoric was the other one at 1203, 900 Elo point difference. Chess, we had 1446 from the U.S. He took 3rd last night, tied for 3rd. In Friday Night Blitz at 600 Elo. Billa Maurice at 1460 versus Chess. We had 1446. 14 Elo difference, second matchup between the two. 53 minutes to go. 22 players tonight. Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. Do not talk. Excuse me. One second, excuse me. Do not talk about position. Do that, it would be an unfair advantage. Watching on Twitch TV and chess and YouTube, as well as chess.com. Be right back. And sorry about that. Choked a little bit there. And we'll get back to it. I apologize. That's Loeb. He told me in a message. Not prehistoric 1203 from Canada with the black pieces. Yeah, he wrote me last night, say he was going to live stream. I don't see him live streaming, but even if he did, I was like, totally cool. But that is Loeb. He has had 2 accounts banned previously. Not Prehistoric, the 1203 from Canada. And player nav 1528 now from, oh, I can't get a read on him there. That is weird. There it is, international. With the lead, 18 points tonight. Fly Puma and highly positional chess with the draw. We got non-prehistoric and player nav. Currently in first place. Going to give Gigglex and Chess We Had 0 to 1446 from the U.S. 10 points with the black pieces. And Gigglex 1064 with the white pieces in this one. Also Fantasia on Chess and Go to TV with 5 points tonight. And Fantasiana with 2 points. The 865 from Indonesia with the white pieces tonight. Sorry about that. Swallowed wrong. 4 games going. $45.29 left. Alias over UCF Knight getting revenge for the first matchup. Not Prehistoric over Nadamkin GM, the 1355 from the U.S. Not Prehistoric from Canada with a win in that one. Player nav and Not Prehistoric now, 1528 versus a 1203, as well as Gigglex and Chess We Had 0, 1446 versus a 1064. Fantasia on the Chess at 865 versus a 355 from Germany. And Player nav versus Non-Prehistoric, the 1203 from Canada versus Player nav 1528 from International Player with the white pieces tonight. Go to the standings, 42 minutes and 50 seconds to go. It's Player nav in first place with 18. Knocked out of fire with the loss in the last one. Alias 36, 1,700 now with 4 in a row and 13 points, 5 points behind. Highly positional Chess, 3 points behind that in third position with 10. And Chess We Had 0 also with 10 in fourth. Go to TV, the 300 running up the board in fifth position. Fly Puma in 6th, Nadamkin GM in 7th, UCF Knight in 8th, Bella Maurice in 9th, and Sabrine J in 10th. That is your top 10 currently on Saturday Night Rapids. 41:59 left. Currently watching your leader, Player Nav, with 18 points tonight. Not Prehistoric putting up a great fight tonight. Currently in 11th position. Still recovering from swallowing wrong there. Apologize for that. And repetition, 3-move repetition sequence there. And Player Nav realizing that queen promotion, trying to get that pawn off the board. Very strong game by Not Prehistoric as well as Player Nav. What a great ending and a draw. Player Nav now with 19 points. Alias with 17. He has a window now to take the lead. Highly positional chess and chess we had 0 are out of fire, as well as Go to TV has won 3 in a row against higher rated opponents. Fly Puma the 1691 in 6th, and Nadamakin GM in 7th, UCF Knight in 8th, and Bella Maurice in 9th, as well as Not Prehistoric now in 10th with 3 points. Gigalex in 11th, Sabron J in 12th, and Fantasia Chess in 13th. And in the scoring, Leonardo AMR in 14th with 1 point. And that is your scoring for tonight's Saturday Night Rapid with 37 minutes, 46 seconds left. It is 36 to 1700 with the black pieces in second. Has a perfect chance and opportunity to take the lead here. Go to TV 1, the 355 from Germany. With 9 points tonight, has already knocked off 2 high-rated players. Fantasia on the chess, 865 from Indonesia with 2 points. And Not Prehistoric to 1203 from Canada with 3. Chess we had 0 now versus Player Nav. Chess we had 0 in fourth with 10 points, can move up. Player Nav says, not tonight. I'm in first. I'm going to keep it with the black pieces. First and fourth position right now in the small screen. Elo 36 with the black pieces and Go to TV with the white pieces. Thank you for watching Saturday Night Rapids. Hope you're enjoying it. Tried to get you a lot of games in tonight. Go to TV with a very nice mate. Against the 1700, be another high Elo player who wins a lot of medals in the arena. Now playing Gigglex 1064 from Canada with the white pieces. Alias and Sambron J now, 1036 from Indonesia with 2 points on the board, playing Alias 1700 from Hong Kong, SAR, China. In second position, both the leader and the second place position were knocked out of fire. Sabron with the black pieces, Alias with the white pieces in this one. Going to kick to the standings with 30 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Player Nav hangs on to a 2-point lead. Alias now with a 4-point lead over third. Go to TV to 355. Defeating the top players tonight, has now moved into third. Won a medal last night at 600 with 2373 and 2100s in the arena last night. And off to a similar start tonight. Don't like smurfing. I really don't. And I've had situations with love before, and that is too bad. I hope it doesn't affect other players that would come into the arenas. But in real life, over the board, 359 wouldn't even come close to the 1700. Or a 2100 or a 2300 for that matter. Sabron J, 1036 from Indonesia. Alias with the white pieces in second place, just got knocked off by Go to TV. And now in second position, Go to TV, moving up. Three games going, 28 minutes to go. A lot of people have quit. Very much appreciate the participation tonight. We had 22 players, not our usual amount. Had some good turnouts this holiday season. And hope 2026 is great for everybody. Go to Chess We At and GiggleX. This should be a good matchup. 1446 from the U.S. with the white pieces. GiggleX with 3 points. Chess We At in fifth and 10 points tonight. GiggleX from Canada, 1054 rated with the black pieces. And Player Nav and Go to with another win. Lowest rated player in the arena tonight. Fair play policy, no AI, no cheating, no smurfing, and no excessively high elos. Thank you for everybody that came under the cap tonight, $17.99 or less. Very much appreciate that. That was very cool. And not prehistoric over Fantasia on the chess. Usually lose a lot of players in the arena when some just isn't right with elo to player ability, or what have you. Usually lose a lot of viewers too. It's too bad. It really affects the channel. It has for a while. I think we're down to a 1.8 average view on Twitch. It really hurt me this year for people doing smurfing and those that cheated in the past. Had a very negative effect. So 355 in regular play on a face-to-face board just would not happen. I don't think since high school that I've ever lost to anybody over or under 1,000 in tournament play that I remember. So it is a concern. I know he said he was streaming, and that's fine. $23 minutes to go, 3 games going. Try to get all the games in here. Alias playing Sabron J, and Chess We At versus GiggleX currently just started. With 21 minutes to go, I'm going to let this go for a bit. I need to take a break. And thank you for watching Saturday Night Rapids. Try to keep you updated and try to switch to live games. And I will be right back. And there's a winner. Chess, we had 0 over Gigalex. 2 games now popping. Not Prehistoric and Gigalex and Fantasia on a chess. And chess, we had 0. Also, Alias over Sobran J. We'll get to those games shortly. Gigalex with the black pieces versus non-prehistoric. Fantasia on a chess with the white pieces versus chess, we had 0. And Fly Puma and Alias 36 with the black pieces in this one. And back to this game here. Thank you for being patient. You're watching Saturday Night Rapids. Try to make this about everybody, so do a good deed for everybody on chess.com. And been running these since June 2024. Hope people enjoy it. Like to see a fair playing field and straight up play by everybody, as well as actual true levels of a player's ability on the board. We don't have any tools, so there's no tools to defend it. And last night, this 600 in Blitz beat a expert USCF chess player, rated chess player that I know. And now beating everybody in the arena and in second place currently at the lowest elo on the board. Ad break on Twitch currently. My arenas are about everybody to have fun and fair play. And it's not about one person, or shouldn't be. Playing Arc Raiders and Wizardry Variance Daphne. Arc Raiders has had a cheating problem itself, but they are really battling to trying to prevent that currently. Loving the game. It's an amazing game. Best game of the year, in my opinion. Best game in its genre, Wizardry Variance Daphne as well. And of course, the best game in the world, chess. And go to TV1 now in first place at 355 Elo, beating all the top players in the arena tonight. Fly Puma now 1691 in sixth position with 7 points from Kazakhstan versus Sabran J, the 1036 from Indonesia, with 2 points on the board and the white pieces. Not Prehistoric versus Gigalex. 1064 with 3 points tonight in 11th. Not Prehistoric with 5 points and 8th position with the white pieces. And there's a mate, and Gigalex goes down to Not Prehistoric, and Not Prehistoric with the winner. Player Nav now and Not Prehistoric, 1203 from Canada, with 8 points on the board and 6th position. Player Nav in 2nd position. The established player from 2023. And Gigalex versus Alias, 1700 from Hong Kong, SAR, China, and Gigalex 1064 from Canada. 11 minutes, 31 seconds to go. Alias in third place with 20 points tonight. We'll look at the standings. They have changed. Go to TV, the 355. Starting July 20th, 2025. New account. Player Nav in second position, established in 2023, 3 years on chess.com. In second, Alias in 2022, 4 years. Regular here with 20 points. There's 1 point between first, second, third. And Chess We At, the 1446, 2022. Also 4-year account on chess.com. Get a lot of really established players here. In fifth position, also a newer account, Highly Positional Chess. 3 wins, 1 draw, and no losses, and left the building early. Not Prehistoric. We know him well here. 3-year-old account. Almost 3 years old. With 8 points tonight. He's done very well. The 1203 from Canada. Fly Puma, the 1691, established 6 years ago. I was also established in 2020 on chess.com, though I've been playing since 1969. The Damkin GM, 2021, 5-year-old account. In 8th position, UCF Knight. Just under a 3-year-old account. Also a regular here, wins a lot of medals with 4 points, and 9th position tonight as Bill Maurice, also from 2021. Get a lot of established players and very much appreciate them. Hope they come back after this one. So you're watching Alias in third place, 1 point behind the leaders, and Player Nav in second place with the white pieces versus not prehistoric. 3 games going. Also Sabran J and Fly Puma. Fly Puma in 6th position tonight with 7, and Sabran J in 12th with 2 points tonight. Tough competition, but very good job by the player from Indonesia, hanging in till the end, playing every game strong. Alias with the win. And Chess We Had 0 versus Gigalex. Gigalex in 11th with 3 points tonight, 1064 hanging in there as always. And Chess We At in 4th position with 15. Player Nav and not prehistoric. 6:56 left. There's Loeb, your leader currently. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Fantasia on chess and Alias. Alias in first place with 5:47 to go. Player Nav still playing. This is your leader with 22 points tonight from Hong Kong SAR China. We'll go to Player Nav and Not Prehistoric in the mid-game currently. 1 point out of first. Keep an eye on this game right here. Alias 36 with the black pieces and Fantasia on the chess. Saturday Night Rapids, every Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Chess, we had Zero versus Gigalex. Sabron J versus Fly Puma. Player Nav versus Not Prehistoric. And your leader, Alias 36 versus Fantasia on the chess. Under 2 minutes to go. And in this case, the updates on who is in first and second has been changed. That was when they started this game, but not now. Alias 36 has passed both of them and is in first place. Yeah, he thinks he's in second, but he's not. Yeah, we've had a couple of those instances too. Player nav, you should play this out. It's not going to change your standings. You are currently in third. Yeah, it would be a great performance by you, Prehistoric. We've had that happen a couple times. One with a player that was in first place, and even if he lost, he would still be in first. And it was a great game by that player. And it is aborted, it is over to upset him. And that was a good 2,100 that went down. But the next move was mate. And so he never made another move. He waited until the time went up. And it wouldn't have affected his standings. So good game, everybody. Good match. And we'll go to the standings. Alias 36 with the winner tonight in a hotly contested matchup with the gold medal. Goated TV is Loeb. Congratulations on silver. Tying with player Nav. Player Nav for the bronze. Congratulations, player Nav, tonight. Very good performances. Chess, we had 0, 1446 from the U.S. with 15 in fourth. Highly positional chess left early with 10. Fly Puma with 9 and 6. Not Prehistoric with a win there on fire. Would have had 11 and into fifth position. The Damkin GM, the Gold Star member, 5 points tonight in eighth. UCF Knight in ninth with 4. Bella Maurice in 10th with 3. And Gigalex also with 3 with 11th position. Sabron J with 2 points tonight in 12th. Fantasia on Chess with 2 points for 13th. And Leonardo AMR rounds out the scoring in 14th position. Great matchups tonight. Congratulations on the winners. We'll go over the stats. Alias, 7 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. 7 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Congratulations, Alias 36, with another gold in our arenas. Hong Kong, SAR, China with the win. 22 points tonight. Go to TV 1 from Germany. That is Loeb in chat. He just subscribed to my chat. 6 wins and 1 loss. On fire with 6 in a row. Lost the first one. 21 points. And second place, the 355 was the lowest elo in the arena. Took bronze with one of the lowest elos last night at 600. Our highest. There was a lot of 2000s and 1800s last night, and took third. Tied for third last night with the bronze. Player Nav 1528, international player with the bronze, 7 wins, 2 losses, and 21 points. Great performance by the international player. As well as chess, we had 0, 1446, 6 wins, 4 losses, 15 points. On fire at the end. Highly positional chess left early, 3 wins, 1 draw. The 1167 with 10 points. Also a new account. Fly Puma, the 1691 Kazakhstan player, 4 wins, 1 loss, 9 points tonight for 6th. Not prehistoric, 3 wins, 1 draw. Looked to be leading in that, but just ran out of time. 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses tonight. Very well done, prehistoric. Good job. I did not present it that way. I always said that you're smurfing, basically. It's not showing your true ability. Your ratings aren't showing your true ability. So you can say all you want. You have been banned twice by chess.com. We do know that. And I wasn't the one that reported you that got you banned. So coming in and right here in the chat tab, Bob, no smurfing. Right? So I give you credit where credit's due. Congratulations on the silver. You were a 1600. You jumped up 400 points with a win over a 2300. I do not know that you are an actual 2700. I don't even know if you're a titled player. I do know you got to 2703 and was banned. I don't know why, I don't know who you played, and I don't know who reported you. And then you were on another account, and I know that was banned as well, and I didn't report you there either. So I wish you the best, man, but you know, I don't know why you're trying to prove a point with a 355 and a 600. I do know you're a better player than that. I don't know how good you are. I probably will never know. I know you've had different flags as well, so I don't even know where you're from. But really, honestly, a 355 coming in and beating every high elo in the match. I can look at the reviews after to check, but, you know, like I said, biggest thing that I see here is that, you know, it does affect the arena. A lot of people stop playing. And so when they see Smurfs, you know, that is a problem. I wish you nothing but the best too, Loeb. And I appreciate that you did state that you were smurfing. And I don't have an issue with you other than I don't understand how a really good player, a solid player, would do stuff like this to make a point. My feeling on that, I'm just an old school guy, and I'm almost 70 years old. So for me, I wouldn't do that. That's just me personally. And I have nothing against you. I just, you know, I represent my parents who died in 97 and 99 every day. I would never cheat in any game. I just wouldn't. I represent them. And who would trust me if I did cheat? And so from the standpoint, I don't screw around with other people. I don't go on purpose and undermine whatever they're doing. You know, I try to be a good person. You know, I want people to treat me like I treat you, you know? And so from a standpoint with these arenas, and I've been running for a long time, and since June 2024, and we get it all the time, not even from you per se. I mean, the game that you were in Friday night, we had a guy that came in and that was also banned. And I don't know if you know him, but he came in on his new account. And it's a group of 2 or 3 players that do this. And either a really good AI system or they're really good players, but they just mess around with people. And I was in a tournament with him in a Swiss tournament. And once they got banned, they all of a sudden started coming in the arenas with other accounts. And they made sure I knew what the accounts were as well. And so, and I deal with it monthly. I haven't dealt with it for about 6 weeks, but I usually get it about every 2 months. So from that standpoint, he played who he said was his grandfather, with a German flag, by the way. And he was from, I can't remember, it's a small country, and he also goes by different countries as well, so I'm not sure which. But I played a 300 move game with him, and it went on for 2 hours and a 15-10, and there was no way to get a perpetual or get a 50 move roll. And he ended a queen of pawn. It was a queen and 2 pawns versus a queen and a pawn, and it ended up being a queen and a pawn game against my queen. And I thought I had a chance because I thought, I'm going to get repetition on him. But a lot of people, he upset a lot of people in my chat, a lot of people. They all left. They never came back. They were so upset because a lot of them were waiting to play me in challenges. And they kept telling me, you're getting punked. And so when I played him in a Swiss tournament, and I had a chance for third, and so I was waiting, and he played his other friend. If it was a grandfather or not, I don't know. They would go to the same tactics. They'd play you and then run down the clock, and with time increment, just sit there and then play extremely fast, the best move possible, and draw the game out to 200, 300 moves. And in that particular tournament, they went to 927 moves, I think. I think it was 927 moves. It took 5.5 hours. And we couldn't get the results. I never did find out the results. I happened to play another live streamer from the UK, and he was livid, absolutely livid. And we played to a draw in the last one, and it was a great game, and it was a lot of fun. And then we kept waiting and waiting for the results, and these two were 1-2. They were both 4-0 in the 5th round of the Swiss tournament. And as soon as I saw it go over 100 moves, I was like, oh boy. So I waited till it went to, I think it was 200. It ended up going 900 moves. And both players had 3 pawns on the same side in the FGH. Actually, it was the ABC files. They both had 3 pawns, and they had different colored bishops. And so they move a bishop 1 square, 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 and do it all over the board. Never repetition, never, and then move a pawn when they were getting close to the 50 move rule. And so it upset a lot of people that were watching my channel, and I've never seen them again. And some of them were really good people that used to come in all the time. And so it does affect us. It does affect streaming. The one thing that I would say with the person, and he did win the tournament last night on Friday, and I knew as soon as I saw his name, I knew. And it's not the same account he had, guarantee it. It's a brand new one. But I think he was 2,700 as well back then, and now he's 2,370, probably 2,700 in a couple days. But with that, I actually played his original account and knew his name and played him in a Swiss tournament about, I would say, a month after the 900 move game. And I usually play him real strong. I played both those guys. I think there were three of them. And I usually play them pretty strong, and then I end up getting in a situation where it's going to go over 100 moves, and I just resign because I don't want to force my viewers to watch those games. And I'm not going to win them. And so with that, I did end up beating the grandfather once. And I think he was, 2,300, 2,000? I can't remember, 2,100. But with the game, it was the first round of a Swiss, and I'm playing his original account. And so with that, I was really concentrating because I know I can play. I mean, I played Candidate Master that was in the Olympiad, and he actually came in while I was in Norway and played me, and Ian Matuge. And he had a mouse slip, and I offered to him like 4 or 5 times. I said, hey man, let's start over, let's take a draw or whatever. And he wouldn't do it, and he was totally cool. The guy's totally cool. And in September 2024, it was actually last day in October 2024, or September 1st, 2024. I think it was September 1st, 2024. It's still up on my YouTube. I've got a video of it. And I ended up beating him. And right at the end, he goes, hey, can I have that draw now? And I mean, he was really cool. And he ended up being from Kenya and playing in the Olympiad and got his Candidate Masters 4 days later. And it was an honor to play him. It really was. It was really cool. So with this guy, I knew his original count. I matched up and I went, oh, geez, it's going to be 100. I mean, it's a 15-10. So here we go for a 300 move game. And I made a mistake, and he forked a rook and for a knight. But all of a sudden, I saw a chance for a perpetual, and I had it. And I was like, holy crap, I got a perpetual on him. There's no doubt he can't get out of it. And so I started to move in, and for some reason, I moved short, and it just gave him a queen. So now I'm down huge, going to get beat, going to get smoked. And I decided to play it out. I decided not to resign. So he went for four queens, and he had a rook on the board. And I appreciate that, Loeb. I really do. I appreciate your comments. And thank you for that. And I hope you have the best of New Year's. I really do. And I'll just go in this little story about what happened in this. So he's got 41 piece or point advantage, and I decided not to resign. And I played all three of these guys, and they all will just mess around and just go for long games over 100 moves and not just finish it. right? Not just checkmate, get it done, and then I can play him again, right? But no. So, first round of the tournament, I'm getting smoked. I'm going to stay up. And all of a sudden, I noticed that he's got 2 seconds on the clock. And he's making sure, and he can make me in one, and had been able to in the last 15 moves. He had 4 queens on the board. They were all on C, D, E, and F. And he had a rook down on B8. And so I moved up towards the rook, and he made a move, and he thought that I was going to take the rook. And I decided to go backwards. I saw the 2 seconds left, and I thought, man, maybe he won't realize. And so I moved backwards, and he flagged. But it wasn't a draw. I put it up on YouTube. I probably will never see a game like that again. I won the game because I had a pawn on H. Actually, it was on EFG. It was at G8. But anyway, I got the board turned around. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was white in that game. But anyway, I was on the H file. He was on the G with the rook, and then he had F, E, and D, and C all 8 with his queens. And he left my pawn on H6. I have promotion material. I'd never get it promoted in a year, but he left the pawn on H6. And the game against Ian Matuge was unrated. That game was rated. And so that's the highest rated player. And I'm not that good at speed chess. I just started it in 2024. In fact, against Chess Asylum's club team from the Midtown Chess Club in Tigard, Oregon. He runs an amazing club there. He came out to the coast to our club at the time. So, it kind of felt good that he messed up, right? So, but Loeb's saying, I completely respect your opinion and want to make that clear. I think it's a great thing how you represent your parents and the values you stand for, and I'm sure you're a good person. Looking back, it was childish of me to insult you, and I regret that. At the time, I was very frustrated because I felt portrayed as a cheater just for being on a new account. From today's perspective, I understand why you reacted that way, especially with so many cheaters around. And problem is, Loeb, there are so many cheaters, and it's not just chess. It's not just chess. It's gotten to the point where it's really bad in almost every online multiplayer game. And the only reason I know is because I've been a gamer for a long time. And, because of Wizardry, I play Wizardry. Variant Daphne, it's the best Wizardry game out there. If you guys want to check it out, it's really good. And Arc Raiders, game of the year, by far, best game. Probably one of the best games I've ever played. And I've just never played an extraction shooter before, but that game's amazing. But with Wizardry, I started with Wizardry on an Apple II Plus, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord in 1981. It was the first RPG game that was D&D for a personal computer, and it came out for Apple in 1981. So I'm an original player, and then I played Knight of Diamonds and Legacy of Lilligam, and I beat all 3. And then I played Ultimate 1, and I beat that. I don't know if I beat Ultimate 2. I did have it. And started playing Ultima Online, which was the second MMO ever made by Richard Garriott. I think he was 16 when he designed the first one. And, man, amazing talent. And he came up with Ultima Online. and they allowed third-party software in that game. And that was in the 90s. And then EverQuest, of course, came out after that. World of Warcraft was later, Star Wars Galaxy, Star Wars Old Republic. I played them all. And the thing was, they allowed third-party software into the game, and it upset the equal playing field for everybody. And so you'd be sitting there, you'd be watching the games, and all of a sudden, sauce, dude, really? With the deal, all of a sudden your screen would go black, and you thought you lost, and this will date me, your VGA card. And what actually happened was this third-party software, it would shut down, it would give you a black screen. So this guy could run up and kill you and leave you in this little freaking cave, and all of a sudden the screen would come back and he's beating feet with all your shit running off the side of the tunnel. It was a top-down view of the game, and you're just going, no, and nothing you can do about it. And then the last straw was on Sonoma when I walked up to my house, and you have to put all your stuff in your house, and it's your safe house, nobody can get in there, third-party software. And they break into your house, and all of a sudden I saw the door open, the dude ran out, and he had all my shit. So that got me to EverQuest, and then it just got worse from there. And then you'd have magazines that would put special cheats. If you bought the magazine, you get these special cheats for Nintendo games and Atari and everything else. And it just got to the point where so many people were used to the fact that, cheats are there. And it got to the point where it got out of hand. And now people are, you even see YouTube videos right now that are showing, for ARC raiders, hey, these are the best cheats, get them this, and actually not being, not having YouTube knock them off the net, right? And so that game is great, and if cheaters ruin that game, that is going to be a huge shame. I mean, it's a huge shame. And I know what the top players think in cheating in chess, but really it's not the top players that are really being affected. It's the whole lower level players and the players that are playing in Elo brackets from 400 to 15, 16, 1700. They're really being affected by cheaters. Sauce, I'm going to give you one chance. If you keep doing that, I'm going to ban you. I am going to give you a timeout here. I'm old. Why would you make fun of an old man? You're only timed out. But anyway, Loeb, I appreciate what you said. Thank you so much, man. And I hope you understand where my point of view is. And I hope you have a great 2026. But it is in every game, guys. It's getting to the point where it's kind of ridiculous, but and it's too bad that people do that, but I'm not one of them, and I never will be. And I don't know. My dad taught me at 13 years old, so played high school chess. I was the number one board in 73, 74, and my highest rating was 1864 and provisional, and then 1648 USCF. But I was in 73 and 74. But I have a great respect for the game, but I also have a great respect for myself, and I just don't want to be associated with cheating. And what I tried to do with this arena is to make it fair for everybody. Not about one person, not about two. It's about everybody. So you guys have fun, and you guys play fair, and you guys have a great time doing it, and, hope you enjoy it. And I was on the radio for 9.5 years, so from the standpoint of doing the play-by-play, I hope you enjoy that too. So anyway, that's just my perspective. So thank you for the kind words, Loeb. I appreciate that, man. And thank you for the sub. You have a great 2026. And I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back on Tuesday for a bullet. It will be incremented. We did have the final for Love of the Game Tuesday 2025 was a 1 minute chess 960, and people wanted it again, but we're not going to do it this week. We'll do it probably in a couple months again, but everybody had a blast. I just thought it'd be fun for the big blowout of 2025 to do a 1 minute chess 960, and actually it was pretty darn competitive, so everybody had a real good time at it. But thank you guys. Happy New Year to you, and I hope you enjoyed tonight. And congratulations to Alias, Goated, and player Mav. Hong Kong SAR, China in first, Germany in second, and international player in third, U.S. in fourth, fifth, Kazakhstan in sixth, Canada in seventh, U.S. in eighth and ninth, France in 10th, 11th for Canada, and 12 and 13 for Indonesia, as well as Portugal in 14th position. That was the scoring tonight. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great evening, and Happy New Year, everybody. See you on Tuesday night, 6:30, and 7 o'clock the arena starts. Appreciate it.